Hey guys, welcome back to my podcast. So, before we officially get started, I kind of wanted to sit down and talk with you guys real quick and see how things are going. Excuse me. So, hello?
Hello, am I speaking with Miss Nancy
Okay,
What's up?
I'm live right now. Oh, what are you watching? Uh, anyways, so back when I was having a little topic. um, did you see what my mom Becky posted on Facebook about the 700 Club? What they said. Okay, so guys, let me kind of give you a run story on it. So the 700 Club posted on the I think it was this morning how they were just saying that Trump is going to be reelected for sure. Um, I'm actually really shocked about this because I was really shocked how it turned out, and I'm actually going to look for it and send it to you, Garrett, because it. Oh, now you send me a. Give me a minute, I'm looking for you. If I'm not scary, then why are you hanging out with me? I'm just listening.
Well, Nathan and Mariana Rebecca Taylor are carrying it up.
The what?
They're scary enough.
Uh-huh. No, I'm not scary at all. Anyways, so actually, let me kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. What my mom Becky posted. I hope it's not taken down again. Here it is. So watch this on YouTube. Get it. Can you see it? So this was posted October.
The Name of
20th.
God, a new teaching from Gordon Robertson. Gain important insights into the protection available to you in the name of God. Plus, see exciting true stories of God's providence in the lives of real people. The Name of God, available now.
The following program is sponsored by CBS.
Anyways, let me look for it.
Whether it's 4 more years for Donald Trump or a new chapter with Joe Biden, either man will face a number of challenges, many of them now coming up on the campaign trail.
Under my leadership, we are delivering a safe vaccine and very rapid recovery, and we're all set to deliver it.
Number 1, defeating the coronavirus, then getting the economy back on its feet as it recovers from the lockdowns.
Joe Biden would terminate our recovery, delay the vaccine, and annihilate Nevada's economy with a draconian, unscientific lockdown. Because, they're finding out these lockdowns aren't working. Look at Europe. They're having this massive surge.
Trump has talked about another tax cut, while Biden's plan includes raising taxes for high-income earners and corporations.
I will raise taxes for anybody making over $400,000. Let me tell you why I'm going to do it. It's about time they start paying a fair share of the economic responsibility we have. The very wealthy should pay a fair share. Corporations should pay a fair share.
Critics say his tax plan would hurt the economy longer term. Biden says it's okay to raise taxes, even when the economy is trying to come back.
It's smart to tax businesses that, in fact, are making excessive amounts of money and paying no taxes.
Number 2, getting a handle on the massive government debt incurred this year, driving the federal debt up to $27 trillion, up from $20 trillion just 3 years ago. Number 3, dealing with health care. Trump promising a new health care plan. Biden wanting to add on to Obamacare.
We can do so much better. I will build on the Affordable Care Act so you can keep your private insurance. You can choose a Medicare-like option. We're going to increase subsidies and lower your premiums and deductibles and out-of-pocket spending.
And number 4, international strife, including the growing military and economic threat from China.
China will seek to build a military that is equal to, or in some cases superior to, the U.S. military or the military of any other great power that China perceives as a potential threat.
This election is a simple choice. If Biden wins, China wins, all these other countries win, we get ripped off by everybody. If we win, you win, Pennsylvania wins, and America wins. Very simple.
Add to that Russia's increasing military power, North Korea still on the nuclear path, and expanding the potential for peace in the Middle East while holding off Iran. And these just scratch the surface. Whoever wins in 2 weeks will face a host of other challenges too, new and old. In Washington, Jenna Browder, CBN News.
Thanks, Jenna. Well, here goes. I want to share with you, I was praying on Sunday.
So, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on.
Do you see that? Got back to bicentennial now.
Yeah, I saw that. So anyways, guys, so you can see that Trump, you see that Biden will more likely raise taxes. That's not good for the American people. A matter of fact, if Trump gets in, which he will, I believe he will because people will vote for Trump. If Trump gets in, then we would have 4 more years of Trump. Not only that, our economy is going to get really wonderful. Yeah. So, yeah. Because that's the thing. I mean, Trump, because he done the work for 4 years, let the man go in for 4 more years, and then if everything goes well, let another Trump come in and take the place. Like Tiffany Trump, Ivanka Trump, or like, I know Melania Trump can't do it. But like, what about after all the Trumps? What if Barron Trump come in? But now, that's what's crazy. Huh? You think I can run for president? Okay. Can you handle being a president? I mean, I heard being a president of the United States is a lot of responsibility. Yeah, I would like to see me run for not vice president, but president. Anyways, so now the next topic I want to talk to you guys is what's wrong with our police. Now, I'm a huge law enforcement supporter, but there's something that's really getting my, point about something. So, remember the Remember that Breonna Taylor that was Garrett? Oh, there we go. Remember Breonna Taylor, the girl that got killed by police? Yeah, well, a long story short, if every guy does not know, girl doesn't know anything about the Breonna Taylor. So, Breonna Taylor was killed by police. See, the boyfriend, what happened, huh? I think she was an EMT. I'm not 100% sure. I think she was either EMT or something like that. I don't know what she was. Anyway, so the story was, I saw it on the news, is that they were, and I'm just going to give a full detail what I heard, and I don't know if this is accurate. So, Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, they were laying in bed naked watching TV, and when that happened, I guess someone knocked on the door really hard, and they didn't know who it was, so they quickly got dressed, and they were, they were getting dressed. Well, a long story short, Breonna Taylor, they were all getting dressed, getting things ready. Well, at the same time, the boyfriend, which is Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, I saw you put the money bag sign. So, the Breonna Taylor's boyfriend grabbed a gun because he didn't know who it was. Well, at the same time, I guess what went down was the boyfriend, the people started trying to bust down the door, the police, which he didn't know there was police officers, he claimed at the time. Or when that happened, I guess he started shooting back, but then the police officer, all of them had like AR-15s. I guess one of them had a shotgun. One of them had their pistol in their hand. And I guess when they did that, they said they fired 65 bullets. Well, one of them struck Breonna Taylor in the, shot it pretty good. Well, he was calling for help, and I guess when that happened, he said he heard talking, and what the guy said next was unbelievable. He was saying that the police officer put him in handcuffs, and then after they put him in handcuffs, they were going to put him in jail, but then they met with the sergeant down the street and said, "I'm sorry, this must have been a very tough situation, but we got the wrong house." So with that being said, Breonna Taylor died. She died at the scene, they said. Well, the police officers, I guess they were police officers or sheriff, they pretty much, if I can find my phone, I can pull it up. But apparently it did not do well. So I guess now the family is, I guess the rule of verdict is that the police officer, I guess he only got charged with endangerment or something like that, and which he's free out of jail. So as you all may know, all the George Floyd, all the, and I'm not trying to be anything bad, but ever since that we've been having police officers killing innocent people, it's really crazy. I mean, it's like this guy was trying to defend his home, and I actually looked it up, and it's like they were killing, they shot all like crazy. I mean, they said altogether was over 65 rounds. I mean, he clearly doesn't know he was at the front door. I mean, I just don't understand why they would do that. I mean, what's your opinion about it, Garrett? Crazy, yeah. See, I don't know if our police department is starting to turn more corrupt, or if it's turning more better, but they're trying to turn it better, or what. I don't know what to do. I tell you what, our police department and people are gonna get to the. You know, my grandpa told me one time, I don't know if this is true or not, but my grandpa actually told me that if the police does not stop what they're doing, then my grandpa says that we're going to have police officers versus the people. And I'm like, Grandpa, how is that possible? You know? So, yeah. Let me actually look for that thing real quick. I'm actually going to look for that Breonna Taylor and kind of pull what I was looking up on YouTube. I'm going to look for that real quick and make it my number one thing to look up. What, Garrett? And there goes my dog. Who's that? Somebody just rang the bell. Let's see. I'm trying to pull up that video of Breonna Taylor. Okay, I found it. So I'm actually going to play the thing on the computer so you'd be able to see it, Garrett. So I'm gonna go to my history, go to here, and watch.
Welcome back to CBS This Morning. We have an exclusive interview with Breonna Taylor's boyfriend. His name is Kenneth Walker. Now, he was with Taylor when she was killed by Louisville police officers on March 13th. He told us that they were in bed watching a movie when police raided the apartment as part of a narcotics investigation that was targeting her ex-boyfriend. We should point out that Kenneth Walker and Breonna Taylor do not have a criminal history, and no illegal drugs were found in that home. We went to Louisville over the weekend to talk with Kenneth Walker about that night.
To the world, she's just a hashtag, a picture, and all of that. But to me, it was much more. More than a girlfriend, too. I think that's what I want the world to know the most. That was my best friend. The most important person, pretty much, to me on the earth. And they took her.
Let's go back to that day. What kind of day was it for you two?
It was a normal day. It was a relaxed day. Really just chilling and just being us. You know, we went on a date, went out to eat, went back in the house, playing, watching a movie.
Take us to that moment when your life really changed forever.
It was a loud bang at the door. Nobody was responding when we were saying, "Who is it?"
You all did ask, "Who is it?"
Several times, both of us. There was no response.
The police say that they said several times, "It's the police."
If they knock on the door and say who it was, we can hear them. It's dead silent. I know 1,000,000% sure that nobody identified themselves.
So the next thing you hear, the door flies off the hinges. Are you feeling afraid?
Definitely afraid. But I don't have much room to be afraid because I got somebody here that I got to take care of.
So you hear the heavy knocking, and what do you do?
So now at that point, we're getting up to put on clothes, make ourselves decent to answer the door. Then I grabbed my gun.
We should also say you were licensed to carry the gun.
For sure. That was the one time I had to use it. I mean, if it was the police at the door and they just said we're the police, me or Brianna didn't have a reason at all not to open the door and see what they wanted.
So the doors fly off the hinges.
I let off one shot, and you know, I'm figuring if somebody's trying to break in or something, they're not gonna want to do anything after that.
And after that, what happens?
You know, I don't think I ever heard so many gunshots like all at the same time. I've never been to war, but I assume that's what war probably sounds like.
One officer fired 6 shots. Officer Mattingly. Officer Cosgrove fired 16 shots. Officer Hankinson fired 10 shots. That is a lot of firepower.
I still try to make sense of it to this day. There's definitely nowhere to hide. There's bullets coming in every direction.
When did you realize that Brianna had been shot?
I guess in the middle of all the gunfire, like she screamed. But like I was holding her hand.
You were holding her hand?
Yeah, like while this was happening, I pulled her down to the ground. But you know, she was just scared, so she just didn't get down.
So in the middle of all of this, you realize that she's been hit. Was she alive at the time?
She was still, and when all the gunfire stopped, she was like bleeding and stuff, and I was holding her. You know, then that's when I called my mom.
You called your mom first?
Yeah, I told her that somebody just kicked in the door and shot Brianna, and she's freaking out at this point, but she told me to call 911. So.
I hate these commercials, guys.
So I did.
911, Operator Harris, where is your emergency?
I don't know what's happening. Somebody kicked in the door inside my girlfriend.
While you're on the phone, you don't know it's the police.
I didn't know it was the police, not at all. And I even proceeded to tell 911 that, you know, somebody just kicked in the door and shot my girlfriend. You know, if I knew who it was, I would have said the police. Or I wouldn't have been calling the police on the police. Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Where was she shot at?
I don't know. She's on the ground right now. I don't know.
Is she alert and able to talk to you?
No, she's not. Breathe. God.
In the midst of me talking to 911, I'm like, well, Brianna's mama should know about this too. I hung up on them and I called her mama.
The police didn't come rushing in?
Not at all. I don't think I realized that it was the police until I was on the phone with Brianna's mom. I hear like people outside talking. I thought they was, you know, coming for help because I called 911.
So you think they're coming to help you?
Yes. So when I come outside, there's guns pointed at me. You know, I'm being threatened with dogs and whatever else.
Don't look back. Put your hands on your head. That's what's going on.
The officer asked me, was I hit by any bullets? I said no. He said, that's unfortunate. So that threw me off too. So I'm like, what's he mean by that?
That's unfortunate, he said to you after you've just lost your girlfriend and you don't know what is happening. What did you think when he said that?
I didn't know what to think, and I really wasn't worried about me. Only reason I'm even out here is because the only way for her to get help in there is for me to be out here.
We were scared. No, we didn't know who it was. We didn't even know who it was.
And then I was in the back of the car. I don't know. I got drugged all the way down the street. It was cold, it was wet. I didn't have any socks and shoes, on gravel, rocks, and everything, and they were just dragging me like I had scabs and stuff on my feet from that.
When they take you to the police station, still no socks and shoes?
Still no socks and shoes. When we finally left the scene, we pulled over in like a random parking lot on Manslick, which is the street like at the bottom of the hill down the street from Brianna's apartment. And another officer in an unmarked car, and he wasn't in uniform and stuff, and he came to my window, but his tone was way different than everybody else's who was just on the scene.
How so? Different how?
He told me that this was a misunderstanding, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it, and asking me, did I need anything? Did I need water and this and that?
Hey, partner, can I get your name? Kenneth Walker. Matt, there was a little bit of miscommunication. I wanted to talk to you before they left.
And then when I got to the police headquarters or whatever it was, they took the handcuffs off of me and everything. I was walking around, I went to the bathroom.
Go ahead, when you get there, you can take the handcuffs off.
So clearly y'all know something's wrong. Because you don't...
You're allowed to move freely.
Yeah,
once
you don't allegedly shoot a police officer and they take the handcuffs off you.
Were you surprised to hear that you were accused of shooting a police officer?
I definitely was surprised. But I was more concerned about, is he okay and is Brianna okay? At this point, I still didn't even know if she was alive or not.
So when did officers tell you you were going to be charged with attempted murder? When did you hear that?
Maybe like 5 or 6 in the morning that same night.
What did you think?
I was worried about if Brianna was okay or not.
When were you finally told that Brianna didn't make it?
I never really got told, like, directly. I saw it on the news.
That's how you heard Breonna Taylor died, on the news?
Pretty much. And I was in the cell, and it was, like, on the news, and it said one, female dead. It confirmed it. I didn't know for sure what condition, she was in when I left. So I didn't know what they did, but as these body cam videos and stuff come out, I see they did nothing. Clearly we see the SWAT team in there and she was still in there. They're still like casing the apartment with her laying right there on the ground.
Apartment 4 is now a crime scene. Let's go ahead and move out, all right? She's done.
Disrespectful.
Do you think if you had not survived this incident, that we would be hearing the story that we're hearing today? If you had not survived it?
Definitely not. There wouldn't be a story. You probably wouldn't even know about it. If I didn't live, you probably wouldn't even know about Breonna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor or Kenny Walker?
Or Kenny Walker. I don't want everybody to know about Kenny Walker at all. As long as everybody knows Breonna Taylor.
And what do you want us to know about Breonna Taylor?
Just, she would have did anything for anybody. She took care of a lot of people. There's a lot of people that need her bad right now, including me.
Boy. Wow.
A grand jury accepted the Kentucky Attorney General's recommendation not to charge any officers for Breonna Taylor's death. Both the Louisville Metro Police Department and attorneys for 3 individual officers involved declined our request for interviews or for comment. I mean, I'm very struck. Kenny Walker, you can still see, is shattered. He's still in a lot of pain. I think this interview was very difficult for him. That night they were watching a movie called Freedom Riders, and he went to watch it again. And he said he still gets triggered by songs, movies, certain types of food. Yeah. And I think it's so important to discuss, to stress, no criminal record.
Yep.
It was the first time that he's ever fired his gun when he wasn't on the shooting range.
So, you could probably see that officer didn't get charged and all that. Plus, not only that, you guys can see that the officer did not get charged, and yeah. And so the thing is, they shouldn't even charge Kenneth Walker for attempted murder or assault or anything. If the police says it was on accident, that's kind of going over the board. You just don't go and just charge a guy that's trying to protect his home when the police did not say this is the police. How messed up is that, Garrett? How messed up is it for a cop to not say, like what they said? Yeah, crooked cop. I mean, it's stupid. I mean, our police department's getting worse. And we got a lot of crooked cops. I mean, yes, if the cop did not say we're the police, then why in the heck should that guy, Kenneth Taylor, or I use Kenneth Taylor, but Kenneth Walker, be charged with murder or assault just because he was trying to defend his home? To me, I mean, that's messed up. I think our police department needs to do better than just to go and shoot innocent people. Because they even said about, it was it was a misunderstanding. Well, if they knew it in the first place, why do they have to go and do what they do? I don't know. So, anyways, so what's on my mind and what's on your mind, real quick. So, what's on my mind is that basically what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on doing more podcast between 5 to 6 o'clock at night, and so you guys be able to see what's going on, Trump things, all that stuff. And so I just want to let you guys know about it. So, anyways, with that being said, guys, is there anything on your mind, Garrett, that you want to let the subscribers know real quick? Huh? Like, whatever's on your mind, is there any particular things you want to talk about or anything like that? Well, I'm just asking, do you have, like, let's say, do you want, oh, I got one for your mind. So if you guys want to, head over to Garrett's channel, subscribe to his channel. Don't forget to have his post notifications turned on. Real quick, guys, if you guys want to, I'm actually going to show you this real quick on my port. So on YouTube, there's a little thing going on. It's called featured channels. And if you guys can see here, it shows that I'm live. But on here it says featured channel. There's Cameron, Game with Charlie, Garrett, Waxsmith, Vanessa, and Central Kansas Emergency, photography. Just head over here, subscribe to them, tell them I sent you, and I'll see. And I just want to let you guys know, if you want to subscribe to any of these, just do so now. So, if you want to. So, with that being said, guys, I'm actually going to hop off of here. You guys have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye. Alright, I'm off.